I'm so honored to be here tonight to have a Hall of Fame induction into the Mariposa Folk Foundation Hall of Fame. It's not something that we do every year, but tonight we have 3 inductees. So the mission of the Mariposa Folk Foundation is the promotion and preservation of folk art in Canada through song, story, dance, and craft. We recognize the many supporters for their long-term dedication and commitment to the betterment of the Mariposa Folk Foundation, but not just Mariposa, to the folk industry in general. And these inductees have a long, long history. I'm a newbie compared to them. They have a long history of a contribution to Mariposa and to folk. So I'm very, very pleased to announce our first inductee, Owen McBride. And he's got some supporters. So we've got a short video clip of Owen that we'll play.
The heart it was Sunday. Big and butter gone. Whiskey on the Sunday.
Do you know how many times you've appeared at Mariposa?
I sang 64, 65, 66, the 60s, the 70s, and the early 80s.
Now, what has Mariposa meant to you in terms of your musical career?
Mariposa, for me, as for many of the artists that are now famous, got their start with Mariposa. Look at Murray McLaughlin, for example, and Joni Anderson, Joni Mitchell, and Ian and Sylvia, and Gordon Lightfoot, and they're all basically, and Bruce Coburn, all got their start at Mariposa.
What do you like most about the Mariposa Folk Festival?
I like the way the Mariposa Folk Festival has attracted so many volunteers. And that suggests to me that there's something good about the organization, that people would be dealt with fairly, and they would feel really part of something incredible.
Can you sum up what Mariposa means to you or has meant to you over the years?
I like the way, I like Mariposa now at Orillia. Mm-hmm. In the old days you would have blues and folk.
Right.
But I like the way it has evolved now, and now that it's becoming now the festival to go to again, mm-hmm. where the audiences are up, and it's now at capacity almost, which is just wonderful. Mm-hmm. When I got the letter to get this induction into you could have knocked me down with a feather. Mm-hmm. I had no idea this was going to happen. It's a great honor for me, and I want to thank everybody on the board of Mariposa who chose me. Thank you very much. It's such an honor.
Thank you. An Irish-born folk singer and storyteller, he's lived in Toronto since his arrival in Canada in 1963. A veteran performer, Owen was a key figure in the folk revival movement in Canada and in North America. He was a perennial favorite at the Mariposa Folk Festival, performing almost every year from 1964 to the 80s and frequently in subsequent years. A veteran folk music performer, Owen has built a reputation as an accomplished spoken word artist and performer of Irish folk music. He has performed at most of the major folk festivals, clubs, and concert halls across Canada and the United States. A true veteran, Owen has built a solid reputation over the years as one of Toronto's most accomplished storytellers and performers of Irish folk music. As I said, Owen has performed at most of the major folk festivals across Canada, and in fact his first appearance at Mariposa Folk Festival was in 1964, and he's been here almost every year since then. Congratulations, Owen. And here to present the plaque is Mike Hill. Hands up for Owen.
I'd like to thank the board for choosing me. I'd like to thank Mariposa for staying the way they are, looking after everybody. making sure that everybody has such a good time. Thank you for the volunteers who just work so hard and make everything work so easily. I'd like to thank my friends from Collingwood who shows up, and my family, and this is the most impressive time in my life. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to Owen. Let's give a big hand to the 2019 inductees into the Mariposa Hall of Fame.